Welcome to Mimi's Chalking Creations. We're going to do nutcrackers tonight on these blocks of wood that my hubby cut for me. But first I want to show you a couple of things I did today while waiting for people to hop on. Now these will be filled with little flakes of fake snow. And this one says peace. I don't know if you can see that one very well. And then this one is just a pair of mittens. Oops, let me turn it the right way. And then we have candy canes. This is my favorite. Ho, ho, ho. And then we have this one that has gold bells on it. The other thing I wanted to show you, and this one has joy on it. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is I was talking last night about making snowballs, and somebody messaged me and asked me how you make snowballs. Well, this is a snowball, and what you do is you buy a foam ball, and then you buy snow. It's like a paste. You get it in the craft store. And if you look really close, you can see there's like little sparkles in it, so it glistens like snow. It's a snow accent. And I will be putting some of this snow accent on one of my trees too, I think. But that's when I talk about making snowballs, that's what I meant. And I made 3 or 4 different sizes. So, and you can make these and stack them up, big to smaller, and make a snowman, or you can use them like that as accents. So that's what I did. I'm using them as accents. Okay, before we get started, it worked really well last night going over my program at the beginning of the live. So I think I'm going to do that, continue to do that. And I will also put all this information in all the links in the comments below once the live is over. But I wanted to let you guys all know anything that you see that I do, you can duplicate it or you can order it. I do custom orders all the time. So you can order it in your color choices, in your surface choice, whatever. So if you don't want to do it, feel free to reach out to me if you really love the project and you want to have one, but you just don't have the time or want to. The other thing I wanted to let you know is I do in-home workshops. I also do Facebook parties. So whether you live local or far away, you can have a workshop with me. The local workshops that I offer, and actually even the Facebook ones would be about the same. I offer a children's class. I offer a introductory class, and then I offer a more advanced class. And the more advanced makes it sound like it's really advanced, but it's just using some different techniques and getting into layering some, which I don't do in the previous 2 classes. I also have a one-on-one program where if you just want to get together and learn how to chalk, just you and I, we can do that. I also have studio fee. If you want to come and work in my studio, use my chalk paste and stencils and supplies, you can pay the studio fee and have free use of it. I also open up my studio for Wednesday nights for open chalks. And what that entails is I have very limited space, so you have to book it and book it early. But you just let me know you want to come. You can either bring your surface that you want to chalk on, or I have surfaces here. I have t-shirts and hoodies and stuff to ink on too, if that's something that interests you. But you reserve your spot and you pay a fee and you come on Wednesday nights and we chalk together. Also, if you're interested in joining my team, I'm always looking for new team members. Whether you want to be a hobbyist or you want to build a business, just let me know. There are no quotas with this company, so you can just be a hobbyist. And the link to my business opportunity group and my website will be in the comments below. So make sure you check that out. And often you also hear me talk about Mimi's Craft Basket. That's my VIP group, and I'd love to have you join that. And that's where I can talk about prices for the kit or prices for things that I'm doing, specials I'm running, games that I'm running. Like right now, I'm doing a $100 shopping spree. If you want to grab a number for that, there are some numbers left. Hop on over to my Mimi's Craft Basket, and you can purchase one through there. I also have a couple of specials running over there, but I cannot talk about prices on here, on the business pages, but I can in my private group. So make sure you hop over and join that group, and those links will be in the comments below as well. It's just like a whole paragraph of links. All right, guys, I think that's it for business. So let's get down to having some fun, and let's chalk some. Oh, I forgot one other thing I wanted to show you. Remember we did the unicorn last night? This is how she ended up. And that has been sprayed, and I will put a back on it so it'll hang, and that'll be ready to go. All right, now we can get down to business. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, I've not chalked these before. They have been used, but I haven't done one. So I'm hoping I do them in the right order. But we will see. I've learned that the one with the most screening goes first. So I'm going to say it's this one. And then we'll just check that out. So I gotta get it a little more straight, I guess. Make sure you say hi when you hop on so I know you're here. Because my comments sometimes work, sometimes don't. So it helps me a lot if you say hi. Now, what am I doing here? Let's see, just out of curiosity. This goes over it. So that's filling in the color that we want. His face to be. Why would I need that? Because I want him to be white. So maybe I don't need that one. Maybe that one's more like, I know some people did Frankenstein's. So maybe that's more for that. But I'm not doing that. Let's try just doing this one and see what happens. Now this is not a magnolia stencil, but I wanted to do some Christmas stuff with you guys, so this is just weird. Okay, this is not numbered. Oh, guys, that's A2. That's A3. This is B2. But I don't know which one this is. So let's, the first one was the 1, so I'll assume that we don't need that one. And this is 2. Oh, sorry. This is the 2. Oh, it's sticking to this. Must have got put on damp. Okay, so let's see. So if we do this, and then this one's going to go over the top of it. Okay, all we can do is try, right, guys? I'm going to make sure that's adhered down tightly. And what is that? Is rosy cheeks. Okay, so we're going to do this in pink. Because it's going to have rosy cheeks. We're learning this one together, guys. I should have done a trial run, I guess. But I didn't think it'd be that difficult. But we shall find out. I think I want this one to be green. And let me make sure my green is the right thickness. Let's add a little bit of love in there. I also made a Santa countdown board today, but those are, what did I do? Those are down in the basement being sprayed to be a permanent thing so that you can change your date on it. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. No worries if I'm not, if it doesn't wash off, which sometimes the green stains. If it doesn't wash off, I can always, or if it stains when I wash it off, you will be able to wash the majority of it off. I can always repaint the board and go again. And maybe watch a video on how it's done. Now let me take the excess pink off from his cheeks. So if you don't get the excess off, then you end up having lines in your project, and you don't want that. So now let's see what we got. I'm gonna throw that in my water bath. Okay, so we don't need the paint for now. And that is a little thick, so I'm going to squirt some water on it while it's being stored. Now, because we're going to layer again, we need to blow dry this so it doesn't pull up. So hang on just a moment, guys. Okay, I think that should be good. Now we want the third one. We center this up here properly. What number was that one? That doesn't seem to be. It's B2. And which number is this? B3. So it should be lining up. There, I think we have it. I'm pressing it all down. Now, I think I want him to have and I know this would need a little love. I very seldom use gray. So I'm just adding a little bit of love and getting this all the right consistency. Just want to check something for a second here. You want it to be about the consistency of cake batter. And a good judge of that is if it runs off your stir stick. And that doesn't quite, so let's put one more squirt in there. Now it does. Let's make sure it's all mixed up well. we'll be good to go. Now I'm doing this bottom section in gray. See when it's right consistency, how nicely it spreads. So I'm just doing this whole section and I'm putting it on thicker than it needs to be because I'm going to do the top as well. And I want to do that in gold. I like shelf setters. I don't know about you guys, but I like the standalone decorations. Like, you know, we did the trees and the snowman, and I have a nice big mantle above our fireplace that looks really cute with the stand-up things and the snowballs. It just makes a really cute. There's the first one. Okay, so we're going to set that aside to dry. And I'm going to grab my second one. And let's see. Let's do this right this time. And this one we're going to do in red. Well, let me cover up the gray because we don't need that anymore and I don't want it to dry out. And let's see if our red is the right thickness. Pretty much. I just think I'll add one little squirt. Okay. Let's grab a squeegee. Now I put lots of extra on there because we're going to do the pink cheeks first. Okay. Now let's take our excess red off. Now you want to get it off enough that you can see the design underneath. And we're ready to pull it off. Put that in my water bath. Move the paste over here. Actually, I think we'll just cover up the red because we don't need it. Again, for this project. And I'm going to blow dry it, guys, so hang on a minute. I think that's sufficient. Now we're going to put our little nutcracker face on here. And this one we're going to do with black. So we need to make sure that this is all ready to go. And I could stir all these before I come on live, but I think it's important for y'all to see the whole process so that when you do get your own products, you know the process. Just a tad bit more, I think. Now, I don't know if it's not showing comments or nobody's on. If there's somebody on, please give me a thumbs up. And that way I know you're there. Like I said, most of my videos are watched in replays. But last night we had some people on. Okay. Now, when you're working with something that has a lot of screen print, you're much better off to work from the outside, the inside out, so that it helps adhere your stencil. Because if there's a lot of screen print, then there's not a lot of area to stick to something. Okay, there's the black. Wash my hands. Dry them off of my smock here and pull this transfer off. I like it. I like it. Hey, Mikey, I like it. Remember that commercial? It's funny things you think of, huh? And there's our second Nutcracker. Now, wouldn't these be cute standing on your countertop or mantle or shelf? Well, guys, that's it for the Nutcrackers. But I did say last night if I got my transfer back, we would do the turkey. We're in the process of wanting it back. I decided I wanted to do something different. But I am going to do the turkey, but I'm going to do it on this reclaimed metal tray. And I'm going to do it in ink. Now I can't do it that way. Well, I might be able to. But you know what? We need to fuzz this transfer. Because it's going on metal. So it is going to stick. Even though it doesn't feel that sticky, it's going to stick. Let's see. See, it still sticks really tightly. So let's fuzz it a couple more times. Now I'm going to do and let me get my tape measure and see if I have that centered, because that's important. 3, 2.5. So we need to pull it up and move it over a 1/4 of an inch. And we'll see what we got now. I don't think I moved it all that much. Nope, and not wanting to move it too much, I hardly moved it. So we'll try again. Now let's see. Yep, right about there. Okay. Now I'm thinking I don't want the turkey grains. So I am going to cover those up so I don't have to worry about getting ink on it. Just going to cover it up with some painter's tape. Now, painter's tape, people have said will ruin your stencil. I have never had that problem, but I'm also very careful when I take it off. And sometimes if it seems a little sticky, I don't even try to take it off until after it's been in a water bath. And that helps too. Okay, so let's see, what colors are we going to use? What colors? Let's see, we're going to do the turkey in brown. And the season's harvest, I think, would be really pretty done in green. Okay, guys. So this has never been used before. So we're going to need to give it a good old stir. Do you hear that crackling? All new paste come like that. So you just want to stir it. Oh, look at that. Perfect consistency. You just want to stir it until there's no more crackling sound. And that crackling sound is merely getting everything mixed back in together. That's all. I'm doing the more gobble. And then I'm going to pull this section up. Although you do have a little bit more time with ink than you do with paste. You still don't want it to dry in the screen. And we're going to do the same thing. I just need to get the excess off so we have no lines. Now this tray is going to be heat set in an oven. And the way you heat set items in the oven is you put them into a cold oven. Set your oven for 350. Once the oven reaches that 350 temperature, then you that's not the color I want. I think I sent my brown with my daughter. Okay, well this is going to be a sparkly turkey. Because we're going to do him in gold. Anyways, as I was saying, you heat set it. Put it in a cold oven. Turn the oven to 350. Once it reaches the proper temperature, Then leave it in there for 30 minutes and then shut your oven off and allow your piece to cool right there in the oven. And then once it's cooled to completely, it is heat set and you're good to go. Now I wouldn't be rough with it still, or I always, what's the word I want? I always hand wash anything that I've inked. I haven't tried it. I know some people put theirs in the dishwasher. I have not tried that. You can if you'd like, but I put too much work into things that I don't feel like I want to take the chance. So I just hand wash. Like I said, that's a personal preference. I don't know that it's listed anywhere what you should do, to be honest, but if it is, I have not seen it. Okay, now I'm going to take my excess gold off. Once again, you want to get all the extra lines out so you don't have lines in your turkey. Okay. I think we're good there. Let's pull it off and see what we got. Nice, I like it. Now I see one little boggle at the top, and that's because it's right up against the edge. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my foaming Windex, and I'm just going to clean that right off before it ever dries. And there is our turkey tray. Now our pastes and inks are 100% natural, but they are not food grade qualified. So this would be a perfect tray to serve snacks or drinks on, but I wouldn't put food directly in contact with the saying. Like I said, it is 100% natural, but not food quality specified. Okay, guys, that's it for me tonight. If you like what you saw, how about some hearts? If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. And as always, to help me build my business, please share this with your friends and family if you like what you saw. I really, really appreciate in you helping me get the word out. And I would be immensely what's the word I want? Grateful if you would share. All right, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye.